One take. One take. Hello everyone, this is Ahmet Savcı, also known as the guy who knows everything. Today I would like to talk to you about Steam Game Sale of Winter 2023. Welcome to the Insufficient Funds Club. I hope you enjoy your stay. Don't worry, I won't force you to keep staring into my ugly mug. I'm going to switch to some screenshots right now. By the way, I made a list and I'm going to make it available via Excel. In the description you can see it. Also, I will show that Excel in a screenshot. Without further ado, let's start. Okay, first things first. Every game on this list fully deserves their original sale price. While making this list, I just wanted you to get the best deals and at the same time the best games. So even if you don't catch this list, even if you don't catch this sale on the time, please consider buying these games. All of them are excellent. So number one in my list, because it is alphabetical, is Batman Arkham City Game of the Year Edition. So why you should play this game? This is a sequel to Batman Arkham Asylum. Arkham Asylum was a great game, especially with its Riddler challenges and its very tight story, and it all took one night. So the second game, this game, continues that tradition. You play as Batman, the criminals are at large, and the city is overrun. Second game on the list is Battlefield 4. Its original price was $39.99, now it is $3.99. Battlefield 4 is the best multiplayer shooter I have ever played. Even to this day, the quality, the fun I have is unrivaled. There's only one small caveat with this game, which is I don't know if the PC servers are still active. It's still installed on my console. I played it on my PlayStation 4. Now I'm using PlayStation 5 and downloaded the PlayStation 4 version. Every once in a while I get back to the action. I wholeheartedly recommend this game. Before you buy, please check if the PC servers are still up and running. If they are, it is a must buy. The story is fine. There are many cutscenes. It actually warms you up to the multiplayer. You can play with a lot of vehicles and infantry at the same time. That's why it's great and that's why it's fun. Third on the list is the Beholder. So Beholder is a little bit indie, not little bit. It's actually indie, I think. Its original price was $5.79. Now it is $0.86, which is well worth the price. In this game, you are a state-installed landlord in the totalitarian country, which is, I'm reading directly from its Steam page. I took some notes here. The game forces you into some ethical dilemmas. Are you going to save your wife? Are you going to save your son? Or are you going to save your daughter? And it comes up with very clever scenarios to bamboozle you each time. It is very difficult for entire family to survive the winter, and it is great fun. I highly recommend it. Alright, so the fourth one on the list is Civilization 5, the complete bundle. This bundle, it has a lot of maps and scenario packs in it. When it is discounted, $19.04. So well worth the price. This game, I still play this game. I couldn't get into the sixth one, although it is a good game. It just didn't pull me in. Civilization 5 especially became a great game after Brave New World expansion pack. That really solidified the game's status as classic. It is excellent. You can play with your friends online. I don't know if the original servers are still up. That's why I put a caveat on this. If original servers are up, you can play online with other people. If not, you can play with your friends, or I think you can host yourself. The game doesn't object to that. You can play multiple scenarios with your friends or offline to yourself. AI, once you learn how to play, it's somewhat easy, but it is amazing game. And the best part of the game, each technology you discover, they give you a great quote about that technology. It's a serious staple, and it really piques your interest in history and in literature and some philosophers. Just try the game, trust me, you are going to love it. So, Cyberpunk 2077. Cyberpunk was one of the greatest disappointments in gaming, but it is also at the same time one of the greatest comeback stories in gaming. They fixed the game, they made it perfect. If the game was released like that, it would be for the rest of the humanity. Until the end of time, we would remember this game with a perfect score. Its original price was $44.99. Now it is $22.49. A 50% discount, excellent. But there is an even better option here. $67.48. Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition, which includes the Phantom Liberty DLC. And that DLC is also like 20 hours of gameplay with different story, with a different ending. If you are going to buy, if you can spring out, the Ultimate Edition is $38.27. So I would recommend that. It is a 43% discount, but it is great. Yeah, I can give you. You must play this game. I can tell you that much. It's an open world action adventure RPG set in Night City. I'm reading from the store page now. Blah blah blah, and that's all you need to know. I didn't want to read the rest, but it is an excellent game. I recommend it wholeheartedly. So Desperados 3. Desperados 3 is $18.99 originally. Right now it is $4.74. Desperados 3 is for those who are as old as I am. If you played Commandos and you would like to play somewhat Wild West version of it, this game is just for you. The characters are interesting, the abilities are interesting. You can also play with a gamepad very easily. These guys also made a few other games in this genre. I remember, not Sekiro. They made something, Blades of Shogun. Blades of Shogun, please be that, because I just wanted to make this one take. Blades of Shogun. Yes, Shadow Tactics, Blades of Shogun. That is also an excellent game, but I didn't check that for the sale. If it is on sale, please, you should buy that too. But if not, if you want to play something like Commandos, an isometric tactical game, this game is a must buy. Okay, another game on the list. Disco Elysium, The Final Cut. Guys, when this game came out, I think it won the Game of the Year award. It is an amazing game. I wholeheartedly recommend it. Alright, so the other game in the list. As you can see, my psyche completely changes when I talk about another game. Going past Disco Elysium, that's how much I love this game. Divinity Original Sin 2. This game is from Larian Studios, the creators of Baldur's Gate 3. This game is also excellent RPG, guys. It has great characters. You can play either as characters or your original character. The stories intertwine before you see it and give you an amazing conclusion. If I need to read from its store page, it says something very nice. Venture as a party of up to 4, but know that only one of you will have the chance to become a god. So it's a must play. a 70% discount, an amazing game, tons of replayability. I recommend it wholeheartedly. So Dragon Age Inquisition Game of the Year Edition. It is originally $39.99, but with discount it comes to $7.99, an 80% discount. This game is also another terrific RPG game, especially if you played the original game, Dragon Age Origins, which is also in the list. This game is a must-buy. Dragon Age series, just like the Mass Effect series, has a unique property. If you played the first game, then when the second game comes or the third game comes, you have the option to import your save to that game, and every choice you make in the previous versions will shape up that game world. That's why it is a very interesting approach. I didn't play Dragon Age 2 Awakening. I didn't like its staying away from the tactics and all that, but I came back with Dragon Age Inquisition. This game blew my mind, especially I bought it the Game of the Year edition. I'm just going to say this, I don't care who is upset, fuck Kunari. I'm just saying that much. If you play the game, you will understand. So this game has an 80% discount, a must buy. Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition. This is the original game, Dragon Age Origins. You can think of this game as Baldur's Gate 3 before Baldur's Gate 3 was made. It is an isometrical or third person, because you can switch the camera when you want, a third person RPG. The action is calculated according to your character's abilities, but every item has a great description, it has a history, the world feels real, and Dragon Age Origins has a unique starting point. Whatever character you choose, it has a different origin story. You start in a different place with a different story, with an entirely different background. You start from that, and one way or another you find your way to, you jump into the fray. I can tell you that much. In Dragon Age Origins, you are playing a Grey Warden, and in first few hours you will see how they pick Grey Wardens and what it takes in a test to be Great Warden, which was a great rug pull, I would say. It was a great start, and the game keeps that up an entire game. It is an excellent game. Though Dragon Age Origins is maybe 10 years old, maybe 15, close to 15 I think, the graphics could be a little bit outdated. For both Dragon Age Inquisition and Dragon Age Origins, I can tell you the screenshots don't do the gameplay any justice. This is taken from their storage Steam page. For some reason, they didn't include their tactical views, and I didn't have that much of time as I prepared a big list. Sorry about that. But definitely check the gameplay videos, and definitely buy. So, another game on the list, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen remind me a lot with its boss mechanics, the Shadow of Colossus. One of you can jump and climb to the back of the troll and hit to the neck, which is a special point of course, and then bring it down very quickly. Or if you are fighting a dragon, arrows, always a choice. Magic is always a choice. But if you can get a hold of a dragon, yeah, you can grab the dragon with one hand and attack it with your sword or a knife or an axe with the other, and dragon can fly, or dragon can stay down and try to run you off, try to roll you over. I finished this game on PC. It was also given free for PlayStation back in the day, PlayStation Plus. Now, if I'm correct, it is in the PlayStation library. If you have the PlayStation Essentials or the second tier of PlayStation, whatever that was, I have that. Now it is in the library. The console version is not good, but the PC version, the 60 FPS version, mwah. Okay, the next game on the list, Elden Ring. Yeah, Dark Souls is an excellent game, and this is the final Dark Souls, I can tell you. It is an open world RPG game. It has excellent world design and excellent level design, just like Dark Souls. Its artistic quality is unrivaled. A 40% discount, even at full price, it's a must buy. I believe it got the Game of the Year edition when it came out 2 years ago, in 2021 February, if I remember correctly. A little note, George R.R. Martin, the guy who wrote Game of Thrones, also wrote this game's story, but Elden Ring or Dark Souls series or Bloodborne series are such a great game, such their design quality is so amazing that even if you don't understand anything, even if you don't read the weapons descriptions, even if you don't hear any NPCs, even if you just go and kill whoever comes in play, you will still have a great time. The story is always optional. To understand is always optional. It's an amazing approach to the game, and they changed the game landscape. Okay, the next on the list, Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition. Guys, this is the game. So Fallout series are amazing. The best Fallout game, I think, was Fallout 2. Fallout New Vegas, everybody says the same thing. It's a love letter to Fallout 2. It is an amazing game. $11.99 it was, now $3.95, and a 67% discount. Even full price, it's a steal. It is maybe a 12-year-old game. This game takes place in New Vegas, and there is a Mr. House, and that guy, is it a real person or is it artificial intelligence? If you play the game, you will understand. Is trying to reshape the New Vegas. Welcome to Vegas, New Vegas. It's the kind of town where you dig your own grave prior to being shot in the head and left for dead. And that's before things really get ugly. I love this description, and it is true. So the next on the list is God of War, the 2018 version. I remember this game came in 2018, April. Yeah, I was with my late friend Aybars sitting. We were at work. It was around noon in Turkey. IGN released its early review copy, not preview. Its early reviews. 10. All across the board. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Normally I don't pre-order, but when I saw that, and it was God of War, I immediately pre-ordered. It is one of the few games I actually platinumed, and the whole journey was amazing. The great property of this game, I think, in this game Kratos is angry, and I mean the voice actor Christopher Judge really did a great work. When I charge the enemy in this one, that's amazing. That feels amazing. So I highly recommend this game as well. So the next on the game, sorry, I need to remind you, Fallout New Vegas is also in Game Pass, just like Dragon Age Origin and Dragon Age Inquisition. I forgot to read that column, sorry. So Hollow Knight, the next on the list. Hollow Knight is an excellent platformer. It has Dark Souls mechanic too. Every game tries to copy Dark Souls one way or another. But Hollow Knight, it feels wholesome. The art feels great. It is not rough around the edges, although it's an indie game. And it is great fun. It is great fun. I would recommend you to play this with a controller. I don't know how does it feel with a keyboard and mouse. But a controller, an excellent game. This game is also free on Game Pass. Game Pass is not free, but this game, if you buy Game Pass, is free on it. If you don't have it, you must buy this game. If you have Game Pass, you must play this game. You won't regret it. Now, on the 17th on the list, Horizon Zero Dawn. Its original price was $49.99. Now it is $12.49. A 75% discount. Guys, this game gave me the Jurassic Park vibe, and that's the back in the day good Jurassic Park. The world is inhabited by robots, robot animals, and you are playing Aloy, a tribal girl who has some potential and wants to discover what is going on. people living like cavemen, and nobody knows why these animals, these robotic animals, exist. You are trying to understand why. And dude, the story, oh my god. Talk about science fiction. Mwah. Excellent game. I also finished the second game too, but the story wasn't good, I think. The first game, Horizon Zero Dawn, is a must play. You will not be sorry to play this. I'm telling you that much. Okay, the next game on the list is Jagged Alliance 3. Jagged Alliance 3. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly. I never thought about it. Jagged. I actually have an email address named after one of the characters in this game, and I took it like 20 years ago. You are in charge of a mercenary group trying to overthrow a dictatorship in a third world country. You will fight your way through enemy forces. Of course, you will use guerrilla tactics. Also, you need to have militants, so you are going to arm the local people and you are going to teach them how to fight. You are going to create practically a civil war. But these realities are aside, the game is not actually a political game. It doesn't try to preach you anything. It is just having fun with its premise. I finished the first two games back in the day. I still treasure them. I highly recommend this game. It was originally $20.99. Now it is now it is $13.85. So 34% discount, and even at full price, it's a great purchase. Now it's a must buy. The next game on the list is Mad Max. Mad Max, I remember when it came out, it was panned by the critics for its repetitive play and various other nitpicks. But the gamers loved it. Because of the critics' approach, and some critics that I trusted said the same thing, that's why I stayed away for a while. Then I took it on a discount run years ago. And what a game it was. Combat is just like Batman series. You are playing the Mad Max. You are trying to survive in a post-apocalyptic world. The main hook of the game is its car chases. Not car chases, but car play. Most of your time, the most fun you will have is when you are driving on your car. You are driving in an endless desert, and you are able to modify your car as you see fit. The screenshots don't do this game justice. You must check the gameplay. It is an amazing game, and it was originally $19.99. Now it is $4.99 with 75% discount. I highly recommend it. It's a must buy. Another game on the list, Mafia Definitive Edition. Mafia Definitive Edition is a remake from the original Mafia game. I think it came in 2003, something like that. The original Mafia game is still an amazing game. These guys remade the game. Voice actors are replaced. Some of the story were cut for political correctness. There was a stuttering mechanic. I remember their interaction changed quite considerably. I don't like that kind of stuff just to please people who don't play games, but those are the sign of the times. Still, all that bullshit, this game is amazing. It was $39.99. Now it is $9.99, 75% discount. You will be, what was the guy's name? I think it was Tommy. Yeah, you were a cab driver who was forced into, in order to survive, you start work for a mob family, Salieri's family, and things go from there. You should play that. Okay, next on the list. I think my biggest heartbreak, and also just like Cyberpunk, this is one of the greatest comeback stories in the world. No Man's Sky. Guys, this guy, let me talk about the price first. $59.99. It was, now it is $29.99. This game has a 50% discount. Even at full price, even today, it's well worth it. It is also free on Game Pass. That's the advantage of Game Pass. If you already have it, you must play this game. In this game, you are in a procedurally generated universe. So it has trillions and trillions of planets. And if you find a planet, the chances are you are the first one to discover it. But it is also multiplayer. So you could find the planet I discover. There's a chance. Each planet has different resources, and with each resource you can do different things. You can build your own base, you can build your own life there. So the base building games are always interesting, like Minecraft, like No Man's Sky, like Valheim. But this game, that procedurally generated universe, is at least until you get the grip of it, which is like 50 to 100 hours, at least until that you won't be bored. And even after that, you will continue playing because it is amazing. You can also play in hardcore mode. It has a lot of accessibility options. You can remove the death. You can remove any building cost. You can remove any technology requirement. You can do anything in this game. The object of the game was you are starting from the outer rings of the galaxy, and you are trying to get to the center of it. And in order to get to the center of the galaxy, you are always facing some challenges. You need to gather your resources. You need to do something. A must buy. They released maybe a dozen, maybe more updates. Very comprehensive game changes. Very big updates to the game for free. And in 2023, and maybe since 2021, I can tell you, this game became amazing. Next on the list, Prey. Let me give you the price. It is originally $17.99. Now it is $179. A 90% discount. It is a must buy. It is also free on Game Pass. Guys, this game, I think, and I wasn't the only one who thought of this. I saw some YouTubers made long video essays about this. This game is Half-Life 3 in spirit. It's an amazing, very atmospheric, very cinematic first-person shooter. The only thing I could say in this game is I had to mute the music all the way down. I muted the music. Why? Because it gave away, I realized early, it gave away some of the surprise or some of the tension. The main point of the game is you shouldn't know if there is something wrong in the room or not. You are a subject of an experiment in a Telos 1 space shuttle, not space shuttle, space station. There are things called mimics, and mimics can mimic anything. These mimics can literally imitate any object, and you wouldn't know them if they are in the room or not, especially until you get that. The game, oh my god. I'm not going to give much away in Prey, but if you love first-person shooters, if you love Half-Life, if you love a cinematic, atmospheric first-person shooter game that takes place in a space station and fully uses its setting to its advantage, you must play Prey. It is free on Game Pass. An amazing game. Amazing game. Okay, next on the list, I think this is you are familiar with this one, Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, what a recommendation, right? I added this to the list because it has a 67% discount. It was originally $59.99. It is now $19.79. An amazing game. This is a prequel to Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Redemption was maybe 2010 release. I still have it. An amazing game. It takes place in the Wild West, last days of Wild West. You are playing Arthur Morgan. It has a heartbreaking story. Its online component is not as good as GTA 5. It is practically abandoned and broken and abandoned because they added a lot of things, artificially inflated the prices of in-game purchases just to force you into a grind. I didn't like that, but I can tell you it has maybe 200 animals with different animations, with accurate representations of their behavior, and their habitat is very richly detailed. From one end to another end, you would want to walk every square inch of this land. That much I can promise you. It is an amazing handmade giant map, open world map. So the highest quality of everything. Unfortunately, a game like that comes in every once in a decade maybe. So it's a must play. Please buy that and please play that. So the next on the list, only a few of them left, don't worry. Next on the list, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. It's a Soulsborne game. It has excellent world design, excellent level design, excellent game mechanics, and it adds up to Dark Souls formula or Soulsborne formula. I can tell you that much. This game, okay, here's a confession. Out of all the games in this list, this is the only game I couldn't finish. It is hard, you get used to that, yes, but at the final boss, I just couldn't do it. I'm playing and I'm dying. I'm playing and I'm dying. I said, I choose life, man. I have other games to finish. I couldn't finish this game. Maybe one day I will. But yeah, this is the only game in the list I couldn't finish. It is an amazing game, and even if I couldn't finish it until the final boss, it is an amazing ride. Right now it is $59.99. Sorry, it was $59.99. Now it is $29.99. 50% discount. You should play this. Okay, last two games. Bear with me here. Sifu. Sifu is a fighting game. You beat everyone in the room and walk to the next. It was originally $18.99. Now it is $9.49. A 50% discount. So this game, how can I tell? Wing Chun, you know the fighting disciplines that wouldn't work in a real world in an MMA fight, but theoretically they are right. You know this one? Yeah, that one. In this game, you have a weird amulet. Your father or your teacher, your master, I think, was assassinated, and you are trying to take revenge on those people. Our character trained for maybe 10 years because when this happened, he was a kid. So he is now 20 years old, I think. The game starts. It has a different mechanic. It has a different play on the Soulsborne genre. Every time you die, you get older. And as you get older, some of you might lose some speed, but you will gain some strength. And that 20-year-old kid, once you die too many times, become a very old man, and he wouldn't be able to born again. So that's the end of the game. If you die too much, the game will end there. You have to restart. It has 5 to 6 levels, I think. Later they added a challenge mode. The combat is amazing. The movement is amazing. I think it works only on controller though. Check please. Its levels are amazing, I can tell you that much. And fighting always takes the center stage. It's always fun. It has a lot of modes put into it. In one scene, I remember there was a reference to Old Boy. That corridor scene, the guy was fighting the others with a hammer in his hand. There is a reference to that in this scene. There's a long corridor you can fight. You must buy this game. You must play it. Sifu. I recommend it. The last game on the list. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Oh boy, this game. This is from CD Projekt Red, the creators of Cyberpunk 2077. Guys, this game
This guy fucks.
is the shit. I can tell you. Oh my god. Guys, this is the game that I am going to buy when my firstborn comes to this world, and I am going to open an account for him or for her, and I'm going to buy a physical copy, and by hook or by crook I'm going to have CD Projekt Red people sign it. I will find a way. I will go there if I have to. And when my firstborn comes of age, I'm going to deliver this physical copy and that account to him or her, and watch him enjoy his life. I cannot recommend this game high enough, guys. This is a medieval fantasy where there are witchers, professional monster hunters, and there is magic in the world. The quests, oh my god, the quest design. You look for an old lady's pan and you uncover aspiring. The world needs a professional, it says. I brought this from China and it broke down. The only reason I stopped using it. I have a Witcher medallion. I cannot tell you enough good things about this game. Even at this point I cut the video, went through a memory lane. When you play games like this, when you play games like Baldur's Gate 3, which is a rarity in modern times, a game where developers fell in love, writers fell in love with what they are creating as they are creating it, it shows. The attention to detail in these quests, in these clothes, in these characters. Every game I said in this list, even with Disco Elysium, no other game gave me this kind of thing, this kind of emotional turmoil, because when I was playing it, I was dreading the moment I was going to be done with it. The last scene of this game is still in my mind. I remember it from time to time. With one gaze, I was rocked harder than I was boxing. As if I was boxing. Jesus Christ, what a game. Guys, if you are going to buy one game from this list to play, one game, this is the game. If you are into RPG, or if you are into action RPG, third person action RPG, you must play this game. I will show this again. I'm not getting anything from this. Yeah. We shall never see its like again, as they say. So, after all that, I try to somewhat entertain, but certainly inform you about current prices. And after all that toil, I think I deserve some rest.